first batch, today, third level, nirahara, 10th day. Oh God. So 19 days they have completed successfully. So only 3 more days. Tomorrow, oh God. Tomorrow the first batch concludes successfully the nirahara samyama by tomorrow. Yesterday night these guys, all these internet and the two-way video conferencing department in charge, they came to me and said, we lost internet connection. Only today evening it is supposed to come. Night they came and told me, till today evening it will not come. I said, that and all I don't know. Tomorrow I have to initiate people into samyama. I have to do the satsang. It will be there. I just slept, that's all. Just before, 5 minutes before the morning satsang, it was up. And still in the Kodaikanal they were not got. All right. Great. This nirahara samyama is becoming a powerful process. I could see people all over the world becoming healthy, intelligent, more spiritual, evolving into high consciousness. All right, we will start the morning satsang. I'll answer your questions.
The first question is from Bhavya, IA number 93. The first question is from Bhavya, IA number 93. She is asking, dear Swamiji, I was wondering what I can do to help other people who are non-believers or atheists connect with you or find you like I have. Because when I try to share my experience or tell them about you, they look at me like I'm crazy. Bhavya, IA number 93.
Bhavya, do not force yourself on other person. Your belief, your experience. When you talk to the other person, see what he really wants. See, I am a spiritual mall. He may have some disease for which you can give our kriyas. He may have some life problems. You can give my life solutions. Communication starts only when you start listening. So, don't go with the agenda of evangelism. Don't carry the evangelistic spirit. No. Go with compassion. Listen to his problem. See, when you start talking to people, naturally they are going to tell only about their problems. If he says he has some physical disorder, disease, come on, immediately tell him, see, I know one person who has given some kriyas. If you see those kriyas and practice, it will be healed. I will give you a small example. Come on, show the video, ma. Just today morning I received a video. I will present that video to you guys.
A la edad de 33 años comencé con el problema de la diabetes. Usé toda clase de insulina, por habido y haber. A veces tenía que venir la ambulancia a llevarme al hospital porque el azúcar se me bajaba o se me iba muy arriba, 400, 350. Un día mi vecino, conversando conmigo, me dijo que tenía una forma de ejercicio para hacer y me enseñó, vino a mi casa y me enseñó cómo tenía que hacerlo. Y bueno, antes de comenzar a hacer ejercicio me chequeé el azúcar, tenía 350. Me fui, hice ejercicio, todo como tenía que hacer, me enseñó. Y cuando terminé me chequeé el azúcar y tenía 85. fue algo extraordinario porque nunca había hecho esa clase de ejercicio yo, y que baje el azúcar tan rápido, porque antes yo tenía que salir a caminar en el vecindario media hora, una hora, y así poniéndome más insulina me bajaba el azúcar. Fue algo extraordinario. Cuando fui a mi doctor le expliqué cómo era esto, que me estaba usando 5 miligramos de insulina y hacía un ejercicio todos los días a la mañana. Y me dijo el doctor, ¿solamente eso es lo que te pone insulina? Sí, le digo, 5 miligramos. Me dice, qué bueno, continúa con eso. No te aumente ni nada, si con 5 miligramos está bien, pero te chequea, me dice. Todos los días te chequea. Y si yo me chequeo, si a veces se me va un poquito, es 100. Pero ahí está, comiendo como lo que comía antes, ahí voy. Y está todo bien.
Now, do you need to do anything else? Now you don't need to tell him to follow my teachings. He will just dive into my website, into our website. I can be sure for next 2 years he will be hooked to our discourses, YouTube discourses, the Spanish translation. See, if somebody has a disease, tell them to do the Nitya Kriya for that disease. Or if somebody has a life problem, when they talk, give them 1 or 2 life solution and tell them, why don't you watch this guaranteed solution, YouTube videos. Just attend to their problem with compassion. Don't go with evangelistic arrogance. When you land there with evangelistic arrogance, by your very arrogance you create a barrier. So go with a tremendous compassion, listening. Listen to them first. I know how many wives have driven their husbands out of me. See, husbands also know Swamiji is right, but wife telling is wrong. So understand, do not carry the arrogance of evangelist that I know, you don't know. No. Listen to their problem. When you know they have a problem, try to give me only as a solution. Once one solution works, I tell you, all my solution works. It is not random click that this person, the diabetic kriya worked on this person. Anybody with any disease, give that related kriya, relative kriya. It works. I have developed based on a pure spiritual science. 100% it will work. How can otherwise one small breathing exercise bring sugar level from 350 to 85? See, the kriyas are built in such a way that when you sit in that posture and try breathing, immediately those special channels of Kundalini gets awakened. That is why so much of benefit. And I tell you, it will be miracle for him. As far as he is concerned, from the age of 33, diabetic patient, it will be miracle for him. So I tell you, now I am getting an email from him. That patient was retired because of diabetes. Now he has become so healthy, he wants to go for work. God. Just in 10 days, from 300, the reading has come down to 125 forever. Just 10 days. Great. So I tell you guys, talk to people only about supporting them, helping them. Don't go with evangelistic mood. That is not going to work. Before talking, listen. Listen to people. Listen to people. I tell you, so many times, when these VIPs come to have my darshan, first half an hour I will not open my mouth. I'll listen. I'll just hold their hand and listen. I wouldn't have spoken a single word. When they go out, they'll say, oh, what a great Swamiji. He solved all our problems. Listen first. People don't have place to pour themselves. Nobody is listening in the planet Earth. Understand? Nobody is listening. Just listen first. Even if you pay to psychoanalysts and psychiatrists to listen to you, they are not listening completely. Listen. And all you need is, you just need to have a rough view of our website, what we call site map. If our site map is in your brain, that's enough. When somebody talks, they have a disease, you know, remember Kriya. If somebody says there is some life problem, guaranteed solutions. If somebody says that they feel dry in their life, then come on, read the enlightenment portion. I'm almost a spiritual free mall. Our website is a spiritual free mall. Understand? Wild forest. But everything is available. Actually, in the inner awakening, one full day I'll be teaching only on this. Communication means listening. Listening. Yesterday night we had a long discussion with a group of ashramites. And they were telling me about the power of this Kalbhairava Darshan. But I'll tell you some of the miracles happened in the Kalbhairava Darshan. Day before yesterday, when I was healing one person, initiating one person, I asked, did you have abortion? I think I shouldn't have. If I am in the normal mood, I will not ask this in public. But Kalbhairava doesn't know all this courtesy, politically polite and all that. He is very straight. And she was completely shaken. I can understand. It's such a personal thing, but what to do? That's why from today I will not have the mic when I give the individual darshan. So anyhow, she said no. And I said all right. I blessed her and I gave whatever instruction you want to give and sent her. And same way, to another one person I asked, do you get constantly dreams of you committing suicide in your dreams? That as if you are committing suicide. She said, no. Then again I thought maybe in the public I shouldn't have asked, and I blessed and said whatever instruction I want to give, I gave and sent her. Then after the darshan, while I was driving back, I went to Madurai and came back. And so while I was driving in the car, to our brahmacharis I said, you see, these two persons I have asked, they said no. But I am very sure both what I asked is true. She had an abortion, the other one is having the dreams of suicide. Can you tell Mama Nisha to go and talk to them in private? When Mama Nisha went and asked, she said, yes. She said that in their country, if it is naturally the child dies, it is not called abortion. So she could not understand. And only if you voluntarily do, it is called abortion. It's called miscarriage, it seems. But in India, whether the child dies by itself or you abort it, it is called abortion only. So anyhow, after all, Kalvari was using Indian edition of English at that time. He was using Indian edition of English, Indian version of English. So that's the reason he used the word word abortion. Anyhow. Then the other lady, she also said, yes, I do get that, like you're passing out, dying. This was biggest problem. When these guys came and reported to me, I said yes, because I'm very sure. Please understand, when in a normal way, when you come and ask me for darshan, blessings and all that, I have the human angle of me, which is sympathy, the consoling angle, the compassion angle. So what I do, all right, I'll work, it'll happen. So I am not completely standing on the truth alone at that time, I am standing on compassion also. So sometimes I do not tell the truth as it is, I tell in a way where you want to listen with a little sugar coating. But Kalabhairava doesn't believe in sugar and all. He's too straight. And I tell you, whatever I utter during the Kalabhairava darshan, I take responsibility for it because it's 100% truth. Nothing can miss. Nothing can miss. Even a line doesn't miss. During Kalabhairava darshan, anything uttered. I know. So we were having all these discussions. But another one problem with this Kalabhairava darshan is, because it is not politically polite, people who ask the question should be very matured to receive the answer. Sometimes these fellows get offended. See, if you are offended by my answer, if you somehow digest it, great. But instead if you say, no, it is all lies, you are gone. And one more funny thing happened. This Karupaswamy temple Pujari came, chief priest came. Do you guys know that day before yesterday he came? After the darshan, he went out and he was crying to our brahmachari. I have worshipped Karupaswamy for 35 years. Today I saw him. Today I got his darshan. Actually, he was not supposed to come here. He says, why I came to Kodaikanal, I don't know. He is not a devotee. First time he is coming to see me. But he is worshipping me for 35 years now. So, I go to the temple regularly. That's my favorite spot, favorite temple. Karupaswamy temple in Alagarkoil, just near Madurai. Practically every evening I go for a drive. I go there and bow down to him. See, Karupaswamy is Kalabhairava. Shiva is Karupaswamy. Shiva is only called as Karupaswamy. See, each action of Shiva becomes a deity, becomes a god. When Shiva came and destroyed the ego of Brahma and gave him enlightenment, that action is called Kalabhairava. So Karupaswamy means the lord of blackness, darkness. Kala means darkness. Kali means the feminine consciousness of darkness. So the Kalabhairava, in the local terms, called as Karupaswamy. See, usually in villages, they don't use the Sanskrit word, they use the local colloquial term. Karuppu means in Tamil black. Kala means darkness. The darkness only is, Kalabhairava only is worshipped as Karupaswamy. And I always visit the temple priest only. He came, casually he came to Kodaikanal and suddenly he asked, can I come and see Swamiji, I have darshan of Swamiji. We told him come during the Homa, but somehow it got delayed. He asked me and I said, all right, come, allow him. He came and had the darshan and two people came along with him. They wanted to ask some question. When these guys asked, they want to ask some question, I said, no, I don't want to answer. Still, I have not said even once no to anybody's question during Kalabhairava Darshan. Never ever I have said no. First time I said no. Then I came to know they were fully drunk. The two fellows sat in the back. They were drunk. Twice they asked, see, have you ever, I've never said no to anybody's question in Kalabhairava Darshan. They were asking me. I don't know. I just said no. Then when I finished darshan and went driving, they said, Swamiji, these fellows were drunk. It's a powerful God. After inner awakening, all you guys will be taken to the temple. You guys can go and have the darshan. See, because the deity is so powerful, he is worshipped as a presence. There is no form. There is no statue. Worshipped as a presence. His presence, the door will always be locked. The door is worshipped as a deity. Can you show me? It's one of my favorite temple. Yes, this is the deity. This door is the deity. You can see the pujari who came here. He is only doing puja. See? Yes. See, actually it belongs to his family. The temple is owned by his family. He is the head of the family. Head of the family. The person who is holding the stick now, he only came here. Now, who is holding the stick, ma? That guy. That guy only came. That's all. Sure. This is the deity. Such powerful deity. When I went there, I saw him. I saw the Kalabhairava standing 18 feet. I bowed down to him. And it was such powerful deity. This door is the deity. His presence is worshipped. He is the one who came here. Na? See, it is his family temple, ma. It belongs to his family. Thus, I think some 6 people are, it means he and his brother's son, his son, like that. Now you show, let them see completely how the worship is done for Kalabhairava. This is the sandal of that Karpaswami. Can you show the sandal once more? This is the Kalabhairava sandal. Could you see? What a size sandal you see. Because he is so huge, he is worshipped as 18 feet tall. So the sandals are that huge, that big sandals. That next is that sate. Sate, what do you call in English? Whip. The whip is there next to his feet, you see. With that whip only they heal you. Whoever goes for any problem, they bless and heal. See that small sword inside that gap? That is presence. See that behind there is one door, you see. The space between that door and this door is Karupaswami's presence. Between these two doors, that space is worshipped as Karupaswami. He stays there. That sword, could you see? That sword is only worshipped as a main deity. But all of you guys, it means when you go for darshan, you will not be able to see that normally. Only during the morning worship, they open that space and do arti, and in that gap only I looked in. I saw he was standing, 18 feet tall. Behind that smaller door, he was standing. See, in front of that door. No. When you open that door, it's a temple, the Alagat temple. See, between the two main doors, that gap, that space, there is 18 steps. That is worshipped as a presence of Kalabhairava. That is worshipped as Karupaswami's presence. And this sword, this is worshipped as his personal sword, as the main deity. All right. See, when Shiva came doing the horse riding, with all the horses, to answer Pandya's thing, to save Manikyavasagar, one saint, he stayed in that 18 steps. That is why that place has become the powerful place of Karupaswami temple, Kalabhairava. See, yesterday I was talking to all these guys about how powerful this Kalabhairava, all these, that things. When today morning I was discussing, I was telling my Brahman, I was telling him, see, common man can never believe. So much of mystical powers are playing so easily in human body. See, till you yourself have seen these two Kalabhairava darshan, can you imagine this? And if somebody tells you, will you believe? See, somebody comes and tells you, one young man is there, he will stand on the padukas, nailed sandals, and hold a stick and scream, dance, whatever he tells comes true. And he is able to predict left and right, your past, present, future. If somebody comes and tells you, what will you think about that person? Crazy. Bhavya, that is what people are thinking about you. So do not go and tell him directly. Tell him or her about the things they can't digest. First you need to tell, listen to them, give solution from this site map or website map. And naturally, once they have some benefit, then you can start talking about mystical things. Otherwise, you see, you guys are overloaded by Nithyananda. I tell you guys are, it's almost like you have eaten this much, and whatever the remaining chutney, sambar, idli and all coming through the ears. Not that you ate this much and you are belching. No. You ate this much and the raw food as it is coming out through your eyes and nose and everything. You guys are too much of Nithyananda. See, naturally, I am too heavy for any normal man, common person to perceive. See, it's like your few perceptions, once they turn positive, that's all. It's like after that you don't know where is the end. It is like you go to an ocean, suddenly after drinking 2 Handful, you realize it is not a salt water, it is a sweet water. Then where is the end? It's like your mind is blown out, too heavy. The presence is too heavy. This is one of the biggest problems. You see, many people tell me, who are outsiders, oh, you have marketing department. I say, fool. The biggest problem we have is nobody is able to market me, nobody is able to brand me. Recently one brand manager came. He came just to see us. He said, Swamiji, you are an encyclopedia. And he says, I am reading your website only for last 1 week and I need 2 months just to study your website. To study my website, if you want 2 months, then study me, what will you? It is too much. That's one of our biggest problem. Nobody is able to brand me. Nobody is able to brand me. Understand? Bhavya, you are trying to brand me, which is not possible. You are trying to push me into somebody's throat, which is not possible. I'll tell you a small story. One guy who is born blind, he had a child. Unfortunately, that child died. The doctor is trying to explain to that guy why his child died. The doctor was telling, your child died when it was fed with milk. Blind fellow asked, what is milk? Oh, milk. It will be white. That blind fellow asked, what is white? That doctor says, no, you don't know what is white. Have you seen Stark? It is white, that same type, same color. This fellow asked, what is Stark? Now the doctor is completely lost. Then he took the blind man's hand like this and touched. See, do you see now? This is the way the Stark used to be. Then the blind man says, if you put this big object into my child's mouth, it would have died only. It would have died only. So you understand. Even I cannot put this big object into my mouth. How can my child swallow this big object? How? The doctor was trying to brand milk for that blind man. That's exactly the same way you will end up if you try to preach about me to people. So go with the mood of compassion, not with the mood of evangelism. That is where you are ending up. See, all our guys are ending up exactly the way the doctor trying to explain to the blind man how his child died. No. You really jump on people. Don't do that. I wanted all our devotees to know this one truth. By listening, you start communication. First time when you sit with people, talk to people, do not say anything. Listen to them and just suggest only to see the website or YouTube. Give some soft material. Don't tell them, oh, immediately do one Pada Puja and ask for the Kalbhairava Darshan. That fellow gets frightened. Understand, I am too much of mystical powers and abilities playing in human body, which is very difficult for the normal people to catch. So understand, don't promote me directly like evangelism. Go with compassion on helping the person. That is the best way. You will reach me out to people and people also won't feel you are crazy or I am crazy. Listen to the problems, handle with compassion.
Paramahamsa Nithyananda, a rare living incarnation, is named among the world's 100 most spiritually influential personalities today. Paramahamsa Nithyananda has been placed alongside Dalai Lama, Nelson Mandela, Oprah Winfrey, Paulo Coelho and others by Mind, Body, Spirit, the world's top esoteric magazine from Watkins, London's oldest and largest bookstore. A yogi by birth, he has been expressing his power of enlightenment since birth. He has authored more than 500 books in Tamil and English. Translations of these books are available in 26 languages in Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Hindi, Sanskrit, Gujarati, Oriya, Bengali, Marathi, French, Malay, Polish, Portuguese, Italian, German, Danish, Spanish, Russian and Chinese. He is also an exemplary speaker with over 10,000 hours of profound life solutions through his discourses. Social services such as Annadan, free medical care, free educational services with ashrams, schools, temples, hospitals established in more than 140 places around the world, offering exceptional services. A powerful spiritual healer who has healed millions of people of diseases from migraine to cancer. A Kriya Yogi who has formulated Kriyas for physical health and mental well-being, benefiting thousands. A living master who offers practical solutions for our everyday problems. He is the founder and spiritual head of Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, a spiritual powerhouse who has revived the sacred Vedic tradition by establishing Vedic temples in places like Los Angeles, San Jose, Seattle, Toronto, Ohio, Oklahoma, Phoenix, St. Louis, Malaysia, Brazil, Paris, Guadeloupe, Dallas, New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, Calgary, Vancouver, Singapore, and places in India like Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Tiruvannamalai. A spiritual guru for 10 million followers, an incarnation who transmits the highest spiritual energy through initiation, a contemporary yogi who has revived the Vedic science of yoga worldwide through thousands of yoga centers, an adept in Ashtamahasiddhis, mystical yogic powers, who has effortlessly awakened the Kundalini of thousands and graced them with spiritual powers, a dynamic young guru who is an inspiration for thousands of youngsters. India's most watched spiritual guru online, a beacon of spiritual light who has triumphed over the forces of religious terrorism and political persecution. Paramahamsa Nithyananda is an eternal Kalpataru, blessing the world with the boons of material abundance and spiritual enlightenment.
Anandanubhavaswadam sarvaroganivarakam Vande Papa Vinashaktam Nithyanandaya Swagatam Nityamuktam Nirvikalpam Dhyanaloka Pradipakam Vande Shantamayam Bandham Nithyanandaya Swagatam Ananda Gandha Sancharam Sarvopadhi Vinirmuktam Vande Jnanalayam Natham Nithyanandaya Swagatam.
Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share and explode in eternal bliss. Nithyananda.
Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, Nithyananda Nagar off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bangalore 562109. Contact 097422033111. www.nithyananda.org. www.youtube.com/Life Bliss Foundation.